Hey, welcome to the channel. Rod with the Pedal Picassos. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just noodling because I'm checking out the new firmware dropped by Headrush yesterday. This is firmware 2.6 for the Headrush Gigboard, pedalboard and MX5. What does it bring? It brings some good things to the table, including the ability to load two IRs at once. Their take on the Boss Blues driver, an acoustic preamp, and another reverb, which is a party reverb, or called party verb. So a particle reverb that I've just been having a little bit of fun there with. This is brand new. There's a couple of bug fixes in there as well. If you're a Headrush user, I think you'll be happy again with this update. This is less than 90 days since 2.5 was dropped, which had some great features as well. The ability to load, store more than one scene on a pedal switch, which is great for the gig board, sort of expanding the foot switchability, and also a hold function. So the combinations of particle reverbs and hold functions are very good for layering sounds. All right, let's dive in and have a little look. I've got a basic amp sound here, which is a little bit grunty. And I've got the matchless there. I've paired that with a couple of IRs, and I've got a 60s 4x12 vintage, which is a Marshall style 4x12. This is a room IR, but I've also matched it with the bright IR, which is close mic. So you've got a close mic and a room, which is giving you the option, like you can with standard cabs, have two cabs and have them stereo left and right. Bit grunty. An Ibanez Steve Lukather model from the 80s that I'm running in here. That's in humbucking mode. Oh, that's in humbucking mode. And that's single coil. So I have got this a little bit gnarly and dirty. The Dimension chorus, wow. So that's what it looks like. That's what the graphic looks like. It's the Boss Dimension chorus, just a 4 push button chorus model with some great emulations. So the modes you have, so if you go mono light, you can switch through all phases of the switching. And you can have combinations of buttons, which is a hack, I think, on some of the hardware versions. And for fans of Lush Chorus, you're not going to be disappointed with this. It's really interesting. When I engaged 4 and 1, seem to get some phase cancellation. But noticeable difference. I tried to get all 4 then. Yeah, so you can get 1 and 2, you can get 2 and 3. 3 and 4. 2 and 4. So you can get combinations of 2 buttons. You can switch between the rack mode and the stomp mode. And I don't know whether it's a gain thing. It doesn't give you another option of a parameter, but just switching between stomp mode or the rack mode. And it could be something to do with line level inputs. That's just the mono version. All right. Stereo 2 and 4 selected. And I can change from 3 and 4. That's automatically selected rack mode. And I can go back to stomp there and edit that as well. So what the other preset is. And a stereo light, which gives you the stomp in mode 1. That's just the dimension chorus, which is beautiful. Stereo 2 and 4. What's default? Is rack modes 3 and 4. I like that default mode. It is lovely. Ability to adjust the mix. And of course the width. Back to a more mono version. All the way out to stereo and back again. Won't be disappointed with that one. We've also got the B2 drive. Okay. Blues driver. Boss Blues driver. It's fairly subtle, like the blues driver itself. All right. The icon looks a lot like the Boss Blues driver. The preset here is clean boost, so the gain is down at 10%. I'm edgy dirty with this the amp that I've selected with the matchless, and that's just a nice push. Crunch. Back to clean boost. I had the gain at 10%, I remember when I had that. And then you can put the gain up. In humbucking mode, that's a nice drive. Really pairs nicely with that matchless, I'm thinking. I'll take it back to a clean boost, wind the gain up to 10. I generally pair that with another drive that's available within the Headrush, whether it's the Klon or the Tube Screamer or another one of the Bosch variants, the DS1 or the OD. So that's very cool. There's an acoustic preamp, which is very good. I'm not using my acoustic at the moment, am I? But you've got There we go. It sort of looks a little bit Fishman-y, doesn't it? The icon. It's got a Headrush label on it, and they say it's one of their proprietary effects. Very simple 3-band EQ, preamp, bass, mids, treble, and you can adjust the phase if you're getting any sort of nasty cancellation or a very thin sounding acoustic. You can phase switch to see if it makes any difference. It's generally your bottom end that you'll find that all of a sudden appears again when you fiddle about with phase inversions. That's great. It's not only just application for acoustic guitar, you can use it for electric effect, for a boost, just a simple 3-band boost pedal before or after a drive, before or after an amp. For soloing. Cool. What else is there, I hear you ask? The particle verb. And this is very impressive. I've got that paired with my expression pedal at the moment, just to wind in the mix. Let's have a look at what's on offer. And there is a lot on offer. Now, this is a Headrush proprietary effect. They haven't modeled this on anything else. They've just built a particle reverb emulation. So, we have several presets. The default is a pure verb, a pure reverb. Pure particle verb. So you see I've got the mix control there with my treadle. A hall with the model Asgard. You can hear the harmonics sort of chime in there. Then you get the ability to add harmonies with your reverb. Triads. Winding the mix up so you can hear that effect. Sparkle. And here's where it gets fun, getting into glitch mode reverbs, particle reverbs. I'll just play one note. So there's 3 random stages. And the third one that I had first up. So octo pop gives you an octave on top. party power. It's delivering a reverb power chord, so I'll just play one note. Playing root 5 staff. More octaves, an octave down this time. Big anthemic reverbs. For atmospheric stuff, slow drip. Storms are brewing with an ominous reverb. Right, very good. Subtle, pure verb. Back to the presets. Within the presets, you've got the ability to select different models as well. So I went from ominous to swirling there for a minute. But then you've got things like warp engage. Anyways, I think you get the drift. Within the new 2.6 firmware is another bass model, and it's an ELF 30, I think it is. Trace ELLIOT ELF, and it's a low powered bass amp head combined with another cabinet as well. Look, if you want to be so bold as to use a bass amp for a guitar amp, if you're not a bassist, but if you are a bassist, you've got more option here. Or if you want another clean, high headroom style, even though this is based on a low wattage ELF amp, got the option to put that through any kind of cabinet. That's going through the bass cabinet here, which looks like an Ampeg 8x10. It is an 8x10 blue line. But once again, they haven't left the bass players out of the party. It's brilliant again. Headrush have dropped within 90 days another firmware update, which gives you another 1, 2, 3, 4 effects. The option to load 2 IRs, or split an IR into 2, which just saves you another block if you've been running 2 IRs. So with the Blues Driver, Acoustic Preamp, the Dimension Chorus, the Party Verb, new bass amp, IR doubling, what's not to like? What is not to like? I think I'd set up a patch called Party Hold, which combines the last update and this update. The character for the IR loading is now a speaker as well. But the ability to use hold switches and particle reverbs means you can get into this incredible territory where you can hold down sustained chords get into all this atmospheric stuff, which is huge. It's a boon. All right, Headrush, well done once again. Thank you. If you're a Headrush user, chime in. Let me know what I've missed. As I said, there's some other bug fixes in the firmware update. Hey, it's very cool. Thanks very much again. See you next time. Cheers.